Hands on your knees and make it go wrong. Make it go wrong. Make it go wrong, wrong. Hands on your knees and make it go wrong. Come baby girl.
It's quite funny because I have a good friend that always tells me that my parents were thinking about me being an entertainer when they named me, because Yannick Hooper just sounds like an entertainment name. So it was just the name given.
When you give it to me, wind down low, wind down low.
Music, music, music. You guys would have interviewed me either in 2012 or 2013, and it's just been a constant progression since then. I've done a lot of songwriting for me, for different artists, a lot of different productions, but music is at my core, and I just would say like development as well too, because last time we spoke I would have been fairly fresh. I was like maybe 20, 21, I'm 26, you know. So as time progresses, we always learn and we look to get better and better every year. I think my main challenge in the last 6 years is like time management. As artists, you know, we have so much to do on a daily basis, and every year we kind of encounter a situation where we have to pick or choose. But naturally, I think we want to be able to do everything, right? So I would say a major challenge for me is just managing my time, because we Caribbean, and at the end of the day, we a little laid back on time. So I would say moving forward, I want to kind of deal with that challenge, just being more time, oriented, and just getting ahead of my schedule. The advice I would give to up-and-coming soca artists is just to stay true to your craft. I would say that a lot of the times in the industry, it's very easy to get confused or distracted, on your path, because maybe there's different pressures from the industry, or somebody's telling you should do this or whatnot. But I would tell them that the most important thing is to stay true to your craft and focus on the song or the product you're going for. Because I would tell them that if your song or your sound is good, the sky is the limit, A lot of the times I think we focus on a lot of the wrong things, and we kind of get distracted and like looking for help from different places. But I would say that it's very important that you yourself, like, help yourself. And once you put in the work and the effort and the product is there, you can do anything or accomplish anything. So that should always be the main focus, to develop yourself. And as I said, the sky is the limit. I would say that it's a bit of both, I think that the impact of soca music has spread far and wide, where so you see people like Drake and Justin Bieber using like the soca drum pattern. So it clearly means that it's getting further than it was before, because I don't think back in the day you'd have seen like a lot of mainstream artists using the soca. So I would say in that respect it's kind of gotten further. But there are always people out there that will say that the music isn't doing as well, or it doesn't sound as good as the previous year. But I think that that's just a mindset. I think every year has great songs and songs that are to be, praised. And then there's some songs that maybe could have been better, the production could have been stepped up. So it's just one of those things. But soca on a whole, I would say, it's growing internationally, it's growing regionally. You have a lot more artists, you have a lot more events, people are putting more energy into the seasons. Even carnivals, we have so much more carnivals around the world. Diaspora carnivals, popping up all over the world, like from LA, Masha Montano does his LA carnival. We have carnivals all over Europe. So I think that that's a great sign to show that the music is growing.
They don't play boy, they say no game toy.
Well, I'm glad you asked that. So the track we're speaking about is a track called Parlez-vous Français. And I would say that I'm a product of the West Indies, I don't wake up and say, well, I'm solely Barbadian just because we're so small. And I think if we embrace other islands, very often it works out in our favor. And the French speaking in the soca is something that you would have seen like the Lucians doing for a while, and the Dominicans doing for a while, and even like the Martinicans that do soca. And I said, you know what? I'm a Caribbean product, and why can I not do a French speaking song? And that's what the inspiration was. And it's basically a song about me meeting a French girl, and the only thing we kind of have in common, because we don't really speak the same language, but I kind of know one term, and that's Parlez-vous Français, and that's me using that term to link us. And it's a very playful song, and we're very, very grateful. next 2 to 3 years, I mean, I look at that as, you know, tomorrow. So I see myself, you know, still pushing hard, still making sure that my work ethic is top. Because as I said before, I look at it as my job to put the energy into my craft. Like, nobody's gonna do it for me, you know, and I just wanna be taking soca everywhere I can take it. Since my release this year, Wind Down Low, I've gotten like reached out to by many producers around the world, producers in Africa, producers in England, all over, and they want to work, you know. So in the next 3 years, I can see my music branching out from just being something that's big regionally or big in the diasporas, but also big in different regions of the world, whether that be Africa, you know, Europe, wherever soca music, even South America, you know. And it's just something that it's always been my dream, you know, to be to the top of soca and take soca to the next level. And next 3 years, you can look up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.